Coach, was there one thing, was it a lack of execution, effort? Was there one thing that stood out that, or maybe a change of environment that really got you guys on the wrong side of things early?
No. I mean, we threw 3 interceptions. We had 2 fumbles. We had 7 tackles for loss against us and 3 sacks. It's unacceptable, and that's a lot of errors, and we need to clean it up. The muff punt, we got to play better on defense, but we also got to move the ball and put them in situations to play defense, not at the 18 and the 12 and the 19. And there's so many things to clean up, and we got to respond because we got to move on. Whether we lost by 3 or we lost by 49 points, it still stings the same. This is embarrassing, and the players feel the same way. So we'll only get better because you can't play worse. And it was hard to watch.
Coach, do you think Jackson Potter was trying too much? After the first couple drives, was he trying to do too much, or trying to get that all back in one play?
I don't know. We'll watch the film and make the critiques of what he was thinking and when he was throwing the ball and where he was throwing the ball. I know he missed several open throws, and he's a young quarterback that we got to learn, and grow and develop. But at the same time, we got to just continuously improve. So the coaching will come on, when we meet again on Monday.
Once you decide to pull Jackson, what's kind of the thought process?
Well, he threw 3 interceptions.
Okay, well, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking about, after you decide to do that, what's kind of the thought process on who you go to next? Did you think about going to Zevy any earlier?
We did, but Zevy's, but Doug has been running with the 2s and wanted to see if he could get something going because his legs can kill you. But at the same time, he took multiple sacks, so that wasn't working either. So we went to Zevy. At that time that we even went to Julian is probably, what were they up by 40 at that point? So I don't know if that was the breaking point of the game. I think the whole start of the first half was not ideal and not in our favor at all by how we played. So we got to clean things up, and it's inexcusable some of the errors that we had.
Is there any lack of effort on your guys' part?
We'll grade that too, but you go down by so much so early. Our players got to just keep fighting and keep responding. And I think they heard the message in the second half. It's just hard to respond in those situations, and we got to grow from that, from how this feels and how it stings, and move forward.
Was it something they were doing on offense, or was it a lack of execution on your guys' side?
A little bit of both. They're a good offense, really good offense. Called a good game. At times we weren't doing the call the proper way. Sometimes we were calling blitzes and nobody was blitzing. And so, this is on me, and as a staff, we got to continue to grow and get better, and we'll take it as it is.
What is needed to get that run game going early? Because it felt like the run game just never really got a hold of anything.
Yeah, we got to figure out some different runs. If they're not working, we got to get off the typical script that we're on. If it's not working, and we got to, we tried to spread them out a little bit. They're a great defense. They got great team speed. I talked about it all week, and we just couldn't get anything going.
Is the message just to flush this one, or what is it? Because you got to.
No, I don't think you can flush things like this. You got to learn from it. We got to grow. We're going to review the film. Nobody on that field meant to make mistakes. But at the same time, you can't ignore them. And it's the same thing I said when we won. So we got to respond this week and get ready for a tough game next week.
No Anthony Pilato today.
Yeah, he got hurt last week, and so he's out. I'm hoping to get him back. I don't know if that will be the case, though.
Okay. With the defense, what'd you make of their play? And
not the best. Not the best. Okay. Yeah, that was sloppy. Well, we also didn't put them in the best situation. At the 18 and at the 12-on-1, and then they flipped the field again on us. And then I don't even know where the punt landed, but it wasn't where it was supposed to be, obviously, with the bad snap. So rough situations back to back to back. It's hard to play defense when your back's against the wall consistently, and that's where you start drives. But the start of the game, to march down the field, we got them to a fourth down. We didn't fit it fast enough. We got them to a second, 16 after a sack. That was our ability right there that we could have responded, and we didn't. And we're going to learn from the mistakes on the film and get better.
On Monday, you said that a lot of the production will determine how guys can slot in on the depth chart
Yep.
when you're starting. Are you considering making any changes on that front?
We'll address the film. I haven't watched the film yet. I get a little bit of access to the tablet in the game, so I'm sure it wasn't pretty. I'm sure that a lot of errors weren't just one-person errors, and we just got to keep looking at how this team forms together and who are the best players to help us have success. And every time you have an opportunity to go out there, you have the opportunity to take on that role and earn it. And it was pretty sloppy today, obviously.
What do you tell Jackson after a game like this? I mean, he's a young guy.
He's going to learn. He's got to hang, keep his head up, and he's got to move on. And I told him that you can't take the half back, and you can't make up the 40-point difference right away. You just got to take it play by play and learn from mistakes and go out there and compete. Like, there's zero pressure coming out in the second half. We got to let it rip. And I'll watch the effort in the second half. I think that's where you can see the makeup of who we are as competitors. But at the same time, we as coaches got to take responsibility. Myself, is a situation that they weren't prepared. Obviously, that's evident. Ball security needs to get better. Decision making, play calling, and that's on me more than anybody else.
Some of the fumbles, is that just kind of a lack of ball security, or they get put in a tough spot in those plays, or what's kind of behind those?
Yeah, that's we work ball security daily, so we just got to keep working it, maybe work it more, and trust the guys. But that's not the only game. It just came back to bite us. We put a couple on the ground last game. They just were out of bounds or our elbows on the ground. So we got to improve. There's no question.
Thanks, Coach.